Where's Neat? What you do to him? Just tell me where the fuck he is.
Business is booming.
My shit is me and me only. You want a problem, Famous?
It's not even like that.
It's exactly like that. I'm scary too, motherfucker.
This ain't about what you did. It's about who you are.
Cass is dropping. Nick Dad going for good. Maybe you thinking you next? You scared, Rock?
What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J and we are locked in. This is what's next for episode 6 of Raising Kanan season 3. Now, first off, remember we do have a break after this New Year's and we will return Friday, January 12th for episode 6. So we got us a little break in between. Now, what I want to do is get the conversation started. Let me know what your predictions are before you even start watching me break this down. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. I just recently hit 45,000 subscribers, so 50,000 is the next goal. And each and every one of you, I appreciate you. So hit that like button if you don't see this at 100 likes. Now, Ronnie is a madman. He wants in the game, he's getting in the game, and we are unaware if Unique is dead or alive at this moment. But one thing we can say is Kanan, he's upset and he's about to go off on our boy Famous. So let's go ahead and jump into it. This is what's next for Raising Kanan, episode 6.
You the heir to this throne, Kanan, and it's waiting for you if you want it.
The first thing we see in this trailer is Pressa showing up to Rock's house, and this is probably because Unique hasn't came back. Now, no one knows that Unique is dead. That's why we hear her asking, where is he? Just let me know where he's at. Now, for Rock, she doesn't even know where Unique is at. No one knows what Ronnie did after knocking him out and throwing him down the thing. So as at this point, we cannot confirm or deny if he is unalive. But she shows up. You can tell that she's nervous because even though she's mad at Unique, she still wants her baby daddy to be around to help take out and take care of the whole family. So when she shows up to Rock's house, there's a lot of emotion because remember, Rock put the hit on Unique where Marvin opened up the van and got to shooting at the car. Luckily, it was bulletproof and little Jerome was in the vehicle. We assume this is catching Rock off guard. She don't know what she's talking about. Plus, her and Unique haven't messed around in a while. So if someone comes to your door and you don't check, you just open it up, this could potentially happen. But Rock being caught off guard, you know she's like, man, what the hell was she talking about Unique? But if you watch a little bit later on in this trailer, it looks like Rock is going to pull the okie doke on her and pull the move off of Rush Hour. And that's this moment here. Now, one thing we know about Rock, yeah, she might go out there and do some reckless stuff, but I don't believe she would shoot Pressa because she'll probably say, I don't know where Unique is and just come clean. Anything as of recently. So you need to get out of here. And she lets Pressa leave because I don't see her just killing Pressa and still having the kid out there. Whatever Unique got going on, that really doesn't even pertain to Rock at this moment. So I'm believing that Rock is going to for Pressa. If you're going to be in the game with somebody that's in the game, this is just what comes along with it. And Rock, she had a gun. She wasn't playing around either. Somehow Kanan and Juke, they link up with Snaps and Pops. Well, Juke doesn't really know what's going on, but Kanan is showing he's hearing word on the street, or after Ronnie got rid of Unique, he probably went and talked to Snaps and Pops and said, hey, I got an idea. Rock's boy. Because in episode 5, we heard him ask, hey, you're Rock's boy. He's like, nah, I'm Kanan. Do you work for Unique? No. And our boy Ronnie thought that he was moving H, but he's not. He's a couple of scales down at the marijuana level. So maybe he said, hey, you need to go link up with this guy to take it to another level. But either way, Snaps is about to be a big time involvement in our boy Kanan's life. Snaps is an OG. Pops is right there with him. So like I said, he's going to be that motivator, that inspiration, and that mentor for Kanan to step it up. We know that Ronnie's going to be involved in this somehow. He talked to Juliana, and we see in the trailer that he goes to talk to Juliana again. That's whose door he was banging on. But the money that they already gave Ronnie, he's going to have to piece this together. So if business is booming, Snaps is probably going to say, hey, you two need to link together and let's make it work that way. But that still leads us to question, what happened to the Chinese spot if Unique? Kanan, he finally getting that work. Now, I don't know if it's H or it's the C, but either way, he's moving it, and he's moving it quickly. Now, him and Famous, they had a little rift ever since Famous got locked up, ever since Famous let Raquel come over, and the argument we see is starting to be a little divide. Now, we know that these two are like brothers, and at this point, Kanan is just upset because the operation almost fumbled. After seeing Famous freestyling, Kanan's probably looking at him, damn, you killed Freddie? Now you up here freestyling and stuff? You messing up my business. Now Famous is like, man, I don't want to have to do this. We already know that he doesn't want to be in the game. But at this point, it's kind of like he's a little bit too deep. Kanan told him to bury that. Don't ever talk about Freddie again. So these two getting into it with each other, he's like, hey, you weren't there to bail me out, but when Javon got locked up, what about us? We supposed to be brothers. So these two right now, hopefully nothing bad comes out of it. But Famous, he's really gonna be off to himself, and Kanan will probably come back and get him. But at this moment, these two just need to separate from each other. Kanan is saying that he's in charge. He's scary too. Basically saying people need to fear me. And that's why we hear that shift in his voice. The tone is different. The aggression is different. Kanan is really trying to boss up out here. He had a lot of stuff going on at home. He could potentially go to CPS and be taken away from his mom. Kanan is getting locked up. I don't know why they're still selling dope out the front of the house. Well, they're not technically selling it, but they're giving the packs away. You should probably do that indoors and then have them leave. But that's neither here or there. And Kanan's just letting it be known that he's that alpha. He already told Famous when he slapped him, he's in charge, and this is the way things are going to be ran from here on out. So I don't want to see nothing bad happen between the two, but it might be inevitable, and they might have to just go their separate ways. The police are going to continue to harass Raquel. Now we see Marvin here, and they're probably pulling up, and this might be where they draw the line. They might tell him, hey, you guys can be on the payroll, stop messing with the stuff, but we're not going to pay you a lot of money. Because at this point, it is a little bit of an extortion. Well, it's not a little bit, it's a big time extortion. But Rock is going to need that because at the end of the day, they got badges. And you always hear the saying, you hiding behind that badge. Well, that's what they're doing and making a little bit of money on the side. So for Rock, this is going to have to be a move she has to do, because if not, it's never going to stop. Lou has said it countless times, F Rock. He really wants to do this music business, Cafe Vu, him and Shirley. They're about to be making some legitimate money. He got a little loan from Marvin. Well, they might actually make this back, and this is probably what's going to keep Lulu's head above water. Now, he also got into it with his mom a little bit, gave her some money. But for me, I looked at it as he's paying her off. Don't ever talk to me again. So Lulu has something legitimate. He's even put the drink down. So that's a good thing for him. He's clear-headed, level-minded, and ready to go. Because this is his passion, and it's actually working out. And that's why he tells Rock, I don't need nothing from you. I don't want to talk to you. Your past is catching up with you. This is who you are. Everyone knows who you are, Rock. So that's why Lou is taking a step back. He's trying to go legitimate. He doesn't want to be in the game. Now, we ain't seen much of Howard, but Howard is getting information. He knows about the task force. He knows that they're going to be asking about Rock. Well, he's asking her about Unique and what does she know going on in the streets? What about Crown? What the hell is really going on in these streets? So for Howard, he's kind of stuck in the middle. He's looking out for Kanan. He's looking out for Rock. But when the feds are here, when his boss is applying pressure, there's really nothing he can do. He needs to know some kind of information, because going back to work empty-handed, it ain't going to work but for so long. So for him, he knows that Rock is up to something, and he peeped that when Kanan got suspended for the gun. He said, this is all because of you, Rock. So Howard, he's no fool, but he is, because he's in the middle of all this nonsense where he can easily remove himself. And as far as Unique goes, well, we don't know if he's unalive or alive, but we do see Ronnie going back over to Julia's house, Juliana, and he's pounding on the door because remember, she said her husband was her husband until he wasn't here no more. So if you want to make that move, that's up to you, Ronnie. So she was basically giving him a hint that if you can get rid of Unique, then me and you can move on and do a little bit of business. So that's why he's showing up. And this looks like immediately after, dropped the body off and came straight to a knocking because he wants that work. All right, there you go. My thoughts and predictions for what's next of episode 6, Raising Kanan. Let me know down below in the comments, where was I right, where was I wrong, and what are some of your predictions to happen in episode 6? Remember, we do have a break next week. We'll be back on the 12th for episode 6. Make sure you tune in tonight for On the Clock, the after show, episode 5, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a good show. It's where I break down each individual character. Man, it's just a good old time. A couple of hours, maybe 4, maybe 5. You never know. But like I said, we're on that road to 50,000 subscribers now. So each and every one of you, I appreciate you. And if you don't see this at 100 likes, hit that like button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.